Hello everyone. I recently just did my first ever live stream here on YouTube and I wanted to share some snippets from the live stream here in a shorter format video. And I also will have the full length live stream linked if you want to watch. It is over 2.5 hours long, so if you're interested in a longer video, you can watch that. But I hope you enjoy this video. I'm so excited to be doing my first live stream here on YouTube. This is my palette. We're doing Valentine's colors. I actually remembered to put my gloves on this time. A lot of times I forget and then my hands get covered in paint. So I'm starting by just kind of blocking in the shadow parts. Also, the brush that I'm using is a filbert brush. It's like a flat brush with like a tapered rounded end. I don't really buy fancy brushes. I just buy the bulk ones like off of Amazon or whatever. I'm having a hard time figuring out which style I'm going for. I love Alice in Wonderland, so I have been using that for inspiration lately. Honestly, at the end of the day, your style just comes down to mashing a bunch of stuff that you like together. So I think you're on the right track. I love painting on this gesso board panel. It is so smooth. It's so satisfying. I have been doing some painting on canvas, but I will admit that canvas is not my favorite. I kind of hate the texture, but... Oh, I have a paper towel down here, and I wipe my brush off the extra paint as I'm going. Thank you. You like acrylic and watercolor? See, I'm the opposite. I actually really despise watercolor, especially. I tolerate acrylic. I use it sometimes as underpainting. Are you self-taught in art? Yeah, mostly. I mean, and I guess nobody is really self-taught because I learn from videos, especially on YouTube, and books. So I guess the YouTube and the books taught me. But no, I never went to college or anything like that. Look at this red. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. I like this color a lot. It's this one here. Quinacridone Scarlet Duo Aqua Oil. Supposedly these ones you can use them. You can like mix them with water, but I never do that because I despise the water. So it's all oil up in here. I just use it like a normal oil paint. I got it with the intention of using it, like mixing it with water. And then I just never did that because I realized that I hate it. But the paints are great. There's some great colors. For those wondering, I'm using a mixture of Duo Aqua Oil and Gamblin oil paint. I find that honestly you just need to keep drawing because for a long time I used to just make the heads really big on all my characters, and then sometimes I still do that by accident, but then I noticed that I was doing that, so then I fixed it, and now and I still have anatomy problems sometimes, but every time that you notice something is off and then you fix it, you get better with each one, and then eventually you have just more of an eye for it and you know where things go just naturally because your brain has absorbed all of that knowledge from all the art that you've made. And then it just it comes more naturally to you, and you'll be drawing or painting and you're like, oh yeah, this part is off, and you can like pinpoint exactly what it is that's off. I am working on making a tutorial, an updated one. The old one I had it privated for a while, that how to draw a cute face from 5 years ago. I had it privated for a while because this is my opinion, but it's pretty bad. But then I was like, no, people were asking for it back. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. And there is even some negative comments on it. But I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm just going to put it up because I made the video. Some people do find it helpful. And that's okay. I'm just going to put it up. I'm just going to put away my opinions about it, and I'm just gonna put it up there because maybe somebody will find it to be beneficial. But I'm working on making an updated one. But I suppose when I look back at my old art, all I can see is the flaws, essentially. But I'm trying to be nicer to myself. Especially when I'm like, man, I hate this piece that I made. And somebody who follows me is like, that's my favorite artwork. And I'm like, well, now I feel bad. So I'm just going to try not to bash on my art too much because it's like I made it. I liked it at the time. I can paint, but it's difficult for me to make sketches. They never really turn out right, especially if I'm trying to make a face that looks with a tilt. Kind of looks like her face is crooked. My tip is draw on one of these so that the artwork is like facing you. I have this like desktop easel. I put my sketchbook in it because when I'm drawing and the paper is on the table, I'm looking at it crooked. I'm not looking at it face on how the artwork actually looks. And then when I lift the sketchbook up and I look at it front facing, a lot of times the whole face is skewed because it was skewed at an angle while I was drawing on my sketchbook while it was on the table. So I realized that a while ago, and ever since that I have been using a tabletop easel to sketch. The proportions are a lot better, the angles are better, things aren't as messed up. And I realized I was drawing it correctly. I was just drawing at an angle and I couldn't see correctly what the actual artwork looked like. Do you find yourself trying to flip your drawing to check if it's good? I feel like... yeah, I take a picture and I will flip it. Especially if I'm drawing a face straight on. Sometimes if I'm drawing a face straight on, like front facing, and I want everything to be symmetrical, I literally will take my ruler out and I will measure everything. The distance between the eyes, the distance of the side of the face, the edge of the mouth, the eyebrows, everything symmetrical. Do you watch any anime? What shows do you like? I was just watching an anime yesterday, actually. I was watching with my son. It was a kids anime. It was about soccer. My Hero Academia. I mean, I feel like you could look at my art and tell that I watch anime, right? I did like all colored pencil in 2024. Like, I think 99% of the art I made in 2024 was colored pencil. I just went hardcore in the colored pencil. And by the end of the year, I was like, okay, I need something new. I've been watching a lot of art history videos and studying like a lot of the old master like Renaissance painters like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael. And I've been learning so much. I never went to art college and I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. And I realized it was art history I was missing. And I went back and I studied art history and I was like, whoa. What's your favorite My Hero Academia character? I like Froppy, the frog girl. I'm just going in with a dry brush right now. No paint on it. How long have you been drawing? Well, considering I'm 27, I just had a birthday. I have memories of drawing when I was like 5. So, like 20 years at least. Shout out to Andrew Kadima, because he's the one who got me onto this. I asked him a long time ago, I was like, what is that wonderful surface that you paint on? And he was like, it's gesso board. So I went out and bought like 50 of them. Just kidding, I didn't buy 50 of them, but I bought a few. I was like, Andrew Kadima, he paints on this, and it's amazing. But for my colored pencil drawings, I scan them in a scanner. Epson Perfection V19 scanner. You just plug it into your computer. It scans up to like a 9 by 12 inch size paper. It's not too expensive if I remember right. But yeah, I just put my sketchbook paper in there, close it, scan it, bring it in to Procreate, make sure the colors are correct, and then I upload it. And if it's a colored pencil drawing, a lot of time I crop around the entire girl and then I add a whole digital background. But I haven't been doing that recently because I've been doing oil painting, so there will be a whole background already here painted. What liquids do you use to wash out the oil paints? I use Gamsol by Gamblin, odorless mineral spirit. I'm considering to do a full like beginner's guide to oil paints video. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Yeah, I need to, if I had to choose something that I need to work on, is I need to work on landscapes. I've been saving some reference photos. I really want to work on landscapes. But you know what I've been really craving to paint and draw lately is knight armor, like a knight helmet, like a really elaborate, like a girl in a really elaborate set of armor. Because if you've looked at a photo of armor, so it's super reflective. The metal is so shiny. And I love that. I love things that are shiny. I love the shininess. That's why the eyeballs that I paint are so shiny. I just love that. And I'm like, oh man, if I could paint some reflective metal texture and like make really elaborate designs on it, oh, that'd be so great. Sketching, and then I want to design my own knight armor. I saw this knight helmet, and they put like a whole dragon on top of this knight helmet. I saw like a angel lady on top of a knight helmet. I was like, what? The possibilities are endless. I want to know all the materials you use to make art prints, holographic, keychains, what equipment you use, package orders. I want to try those for myself. Oh, okay. So my art prints, I ordered them all from this site called Cat Print. I used to make them myself, but then it was so stressful, and then there was this incident where I got so mad I almost smashed my printer, and then I was like, okay, this is not worth the stress. And so then I ordered from this site called Cat Print, and they have never done me wrong. They have the holographic options. The stickers, I mainly use a site called Sticker App. My keychains, I order from Alibaba, Vogue Race, I think. All the supplies I use to package orders, I mostly just order from Amazon. Rigid mailers, bubble mailers, plastic sleeves, etc. I don't like to roll up my prints, so I just buy like really big rigid mailer because I personally don't love getting a rolled up print in the mail. You know, I do have a lot of artist friends on Instagram, but I would love to make more friends with like YouTube artists, because I'm slowly starting to feel myself identifying as I'm a YouTube artist now. I'm feeling the switch coming on, and I'm like, well, I should engage with the community more on here, and I should, I don't know, reach out to some people, make some friends or something. I don't know. Being an artist can be so lonely. So I hope to make more art friends this year. That is my goal. One of my goals, at least. That, and to become the next Leonardo da Vinci. Just kidding. But I did buy a book of a collection of Leonardo da Vinci works. I feel like if Leonardo da Vinci came back from the grave and he saw my art right now, he would be absolutely rolling. He would be like, what is this? I think he might be offended, honestly. From the Renaissance art, all the art was mainly religious back then, because that was like, people just didn't make like personal art just for fun. All the art was religious back then. Isn't that crazy to think of? I was learning that when I was researching some art history, and I was like, what? I can only paint Mother Mary, baby Jesus so many times. Sometimes when I'm in here and I'm talking to myself and I'm like, am I going crazy? Are the fumes finally getting to me? I feel like no matter what level you are as an artist, though, you're gonna criticize yourself the most. I think I'm just a cat person. I do have a cat. His name is Franklin. I also have, hold on, let me show you guys. Okay, so there's this artwork that I really want to remake. Oh my goodness. I think one of my kids colored on it. Oh my goodness, my daughter definitely got a hold of this. Oh well. You can see she scribbled on it. But that's okay because I actually really want to remake this. You can see here her head is way too big and her body is so small. And I feel like the colors are not working well together. But the concept is so cute. I love that her head is detached and it's just floating and there's like no neck. She has no neck and then it's open and then there's just a planet inside her chest. And I love the 3 eyeballs. I really love that concept. So I really want to I think I will do a video where I just remake like the whole artwork. But yes, I am doing all the zodiac signs. I'm still working on my Aquarius painting. How do you paint a tear or other clear liquid? We have a tear here. So it's clear, so you want it to be like the same color as the skin essentially. But how you make something shiny is essentially all about contrast. Now we want a bit of the skin is reflected on the bottom here. So the bottom is usually bright. So I'm just kind of filling it in right now. I am going to add some really dark highlights shadows right here. We're going to emphasize the dark against the light. So since the light comes down, it comes through the tear because it is translucent, and a little bit of the light comes through below it, like that. You add highlight. And that's how you paint a tear. I feel like sometimes I'll be painting something and I'll be like, yeah, it looks good. And then I will step away from it and then I'll come back and I'll be like, whoa. And I'll see like all these mistakes I didn't see before. See, you could never do this with acrylic paint because acrylic paint, it would just dry way too fast and you could never, the paint would already be dry. See, this paint on her forehead is still wet, so I can do this actually. It's awesome. I love it. All right, well, I think I'm going to end the stream now because I'm getting pretty tired and I have been streaming for actually a pretty long time at this point. But thank you so much, everybody who joined, and I hope you enjoyed watching me start this painting. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. And that is all for the live stream snippets. I hope you enjoyed watching me start this Wounded Cupid oil painting on gesso board. I will definitely be streaming and painting on her again, so I hope to see you in the next live stream. And as always, if you like my art and you'd like to support me, you could do so on my website. I have prints and stickers, original art, and more over there at serendipitytheartist.com. And also, I have a Patreon, and this month is the last month that I will be having my print and sticker tiers open. They are closing in February, so if you want to get these last print and sticker before the tiers go away, you can do that over at patreon.com/serendipitytheartist. And that is all for today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!